Hi everybody, I have created this video to show you how to do a voice thread and to give you some suggestions as to how you can find artifact images to meet the requirements for assignment number 3. I'm not going to talk about the assignment necessarily, although I'll give you some examples at the end, but you can find all the information you need and the rubric for assignment number 3 in our Blackboard course. This is really just to give you some help with the technical aspects of this assignment. So what we're going to do first is we're going to download an image to our desktop so that we have it there when we go to create our voice thread. I suggest you do this by going to ArtStore, which is a database that Stony Brook University subscribes to that has thousands and thousands of images. So if you start from the Stony Brook University webpage and you go to Libraries and you go to Databases and you find ArtStore, at some point you will be asked to log in, and the way to get in is to use your net ID and password. I'm already in, so it's not asking me, but it will ask you at some point. Okay, once you're in ArtStore, you can search geographically, by classification. So just take a look around. There are many, many things in here. I am going to search using the word TIV, who are the people that we talked about when we read Laura Bohannon's ethnographic account entitled Shakespeare in the Bush. So let's see if there are any images from the TIV in the ArtStore collection. And there are. So we'll take a look at this female figure and we will download her to our desktop. Okay. Another way that you could find images is by going to a museum website, and many of the larger museums have their collections online, like the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So if I go here and I search under TIV, they also have various images, so I can find things here as well and download them to my desktop. One thing I am going to ask you to do is to make sure that you have a reference page as your last slide in your voice thread. And you can just let me know where you got your images on that slide. You can just type it out on a document on your desktop, and then you can upload it as a slide at the end of your presentation. I'll show you how to do that. So you will go into voice thread, and what you want to do is you want to go to voice thread home, and you'll be creating a voice thread, and you'll be adding media in the form of images. So let's get that image off of my desktop that we found in ArtStore, and we'll call it TIV female figure. Okay. Then I can just keep adding media from my computer. Well, we'll add her again. We don't really have anything else. And you can create a link if you want to. If you wanted to link where you got it from, you could put the URL in right here. You can title it, but what I really want you to do as far as giving your presentation is to comment on your own slides in the same way that we've done using VoiceThread in the past. So once you get all your slides up, and as I said, your last slide should be a document with your citations. Then you will go back home and you'll find your presentation And then you can comment on it, just like we've always done. And to get from one slide to the next, you go this way. And then your classmates can comment on it as well. In order for that to happen, be sure that you give them that ability. So when you go to share, this is also how you'll make sure that they see it. You'll find our course right here, and you'll select it. And then you want them to be able to see it. You want them to be able to comment on it, but you don't want them to be able to edit it. So you'll keep that one as it is, and you'll hit share. And then the whole class will have access to it. You can see that here, who has access. The class is right there. So it's really very basic. I just want you to upload images to your slides, and then I want you to comment on your slides. And I will you can find this document in the class as well, but let's just take a look at it together. Okay, so these are just some ideas for you. This is a slit drum from the Sepik River. It's used as a mode of communication. You could talk about how it's used, what does it communicate, what role does this artifact play in ceremonies. This is a throne from Cameroon. What does it symbolize? Who sits on it? What is his or her importance in the society? A copper from a potlatch ceremony. What do the symbols mean? Why were they destroyed in the potlatch? And so on and so forth. Like I said, you can find this document in our course under assignment number 3. So this just gives you an idea of the kinds of things that you'll be looking at. You're going to look at an artifact, and you're going to tell us what it tells us about the culture. So that's it. And of course, get in touch with me if you have any trouble, technically or otherwise, and I look forward to seeing your voice threads.